Ladies and gentlemen, this is the latest development in the endless investigation of Trump that apparently can't find any criminal activity. Political Appeals Court tosses Trump's lawsuit over Mar-a-Lago search, which basically means CNN Appeals Court halts special master review of documents seized at Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to tell you right now why this is unimportant. It does not help anybody trying to take down Trump, and it's really not news other than a Pyrrhic victory for Democrats or media, okay? This is an article on August 29th, 2022. This is from The Independent. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe right this second. Justice Department said it has already reviewed seized documents after Trump asked for special master examination. Okay, so the reason everyone should hit subscribe to this channel is because if you just use basic logic, you understand what's taking place, okay? They couldn't get Trump in New York for allegedly lying to Deutsche Bank and other banks to receive loans because guess what? Prosecutors don't know as much about New York real estate as Trump does. That's a whole other story. He didn't commit a crime in New York. He didn't pressure anyone in Georgia. He didn't compel people to commit crimes in January. He didn't do any of these things. If you think that he did, then prove it in court. Okay? They already reviewed all of Trump's documents. That's The Independent, but there are a number of articles here. Daily Mail, FBI agents already finished reviewing documents seized at Mar-a-Lago. Okay, that's in August also. Fox News, Justice Department tells judge it already reviewed Trump documents. They could have already indicted him. It doesn't matter if they have 10,000 or 100,000 documents or 200 or 300,000 documents that they took from Mar-a-Lago. They already reviewed each and every one of the documents. Okay? They already reviewed each and every one of the documents. Okay, so in a way, it's a public relations. In a way, it's a victory for Trump in that none of this is going to lead to anything. They can't indict Trump without setting a very, very harmful precedent for Biden, for future Democratic presidents, because he already declassified the information. That's why they didn't indict him in a court of law. Hillary Clinton had no power to declassify. She had servers where she was siphoning top secret and special access program intelligence in addition to her team of people. Her tech advisors, other people. You even have the National Security Advisor. Our current National Security Advisor, Sullivan, was part of that team of people that found some way to siphon classified data onto servers. This is according to James Comey. See, the problem, what takes place is that any corruption or criminality with within the Democratic Party world sphere, within their side of the political divide, it's viewed as conspiratorial nonsense because journalists, media, Democrats, they cannot wrap their heads around the fact that, for example, a server or servers outside of the United States government with access to classified data, it is impossible from a cyber perspective to do that. It is impossible to transfer a top secret and special access program intelligence onto servers. James Comey, watched the short on this channel, stated, no reasonable prosecutor would indict, but laws were broken. Okay. There were no laws broken with Trump. They would find reasonable, unreasonable, they'd find any prosecutor possible. Okay. Trump has not been indicted because he has not committed a crime. Hunter committed crimes. Hillary committed crimes. They weren't indicted because the system, Democratic Party loyalists, protect them. That's not conspiratorial nonsense. That's just the reality of politics. Okay? 20 years ago, the epicenter of corruption was the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans. Now they're embedded within the Democratic Party. Okay? It's basically a one-party system of never Trump Republicans. I mean, there are certain never Trump Republicans that are somewhat rational. They say, well, maybe we should just have DeSantis. Like, well, no, they'll make a DeSantis dossier. So then what? After the DeSantis dossier and 24/7 endless coverage about how DeSantis is worse than Trump, then what happens? Because that's a template, a roadmap, a rubric. But this is essentially, it seems like a negative to Trump, but it's not really negative. It's like, it's almost a victory in that it's almost it's a Pyrrhic victory for Democrats because at the end of the day, it does nothing. They already reviewed all the documents. So the fact that a special master, this is an appeals court, but then I think that he can appeal that decision. So, and the special master was tasked with just returning personal belongings to Trump. The fact that there are any personal belongings at all within that batch of tens of thousands of documents makes it more difficult to prosecute him. That's how Clinton got away with, she put personal emails and top secret intel within the same server. But see, again, she had no right to do that. Okay, but again, I think that Hillary is going to be the 2024 nominee for the Democratic Party. I've been the only person on the planet saying this. I'm not right about everything, but you can see what's taking place with the economy. And I told you, like, crypto will tank, and it's tanking. Coinbase, Binance, all those, Coinbase, Binance, Tether, they're all going to cease to exist, probably within 23. But you look, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not like this is completely meaningless. The special master, the fact that they need a special counsel for a DOJ and Federal Bureau of Investigation probe that already has essentially concluded. They already looked at all the documents. It's been since August, September, October, November, November, so it's like 4 months. And it was in the beginning, it was early August. So you're looking at 4 months, over 4 months. You're looking at over 4 months of the DOJ and FBI having nothing on Trump. And here's the problem. There's like an article in a major publication today, an opinion piece. Well, anyone who thinks that the January committee didn't give a sober analysis about how Trump compelled people to commit crimes is irrational and stupid. It's like, no, actually the opposite is true. You don't have any evidence in a court of law. That's why 2 years ago in a court of law, Trump couldn't prove his claims. In a court of law, none of the people from Trump Russia, from the Steele dossier to pressuring people in Georgia to even the first impeachment pressuring another country to investigate. What Democrats do is they cloak their sensibilities. They use their sensibilities as a cloak or shield. Their cognitive dissonance is composed of morally superior, highly educated liberal sensibilities. What they think is appropriate, what they think is just or right or civil or proper behavior, what they'll accept, what polite society will accept. They've found a way to get their sensibilities enforced. They used to do that every day on Twitter, and now they just are suspicious of Trump. So anything they accuse Trump of, it happened, even though they can't prove it in the court of law. But if Trump can't prove something in a court of law, they're jumping for joy and they're saying, oh, he's lying. So he's lying and democracy is at stake because he tried to undermine, democracy. Reality. What they view as, and then they denied, from the second Trump defeated Clinton, they denied his victory over Clinton. That they've never stopped denying Trump's legitimacy, or they called him illegitimate every day. The new Speaker of the House called Trump illegitimate every day when he was president. So you're talking about hypocrisy. This is about emotion, and now they've resorted now to name calling. It's just the United States of America's political establishment has descended into a dysfunctional high school class where all the cool kids are picking on a person they don't like. The problem is the person they don't like isn't backing down. For them, the problem is that he's not backing down. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Don't underestimate Trump. And at the same time, I think that Donald Trump should learn from his mistakes the past couple of years in terms of the media narrative. Overcome all of that. And in 24, he'll be unstoppable. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe.